Hey guys, Ziomaro here. Today I wanted to show you a race that I've been working on in GTA 5 called the Ironman Challenge. I had this idea of a freestyle race. Originally what I wanted to do was just have a 2-point race that had guns, and what I would have liked was for everyone to start out on foot, have to steal a car and then get from one side of the city to the other. But then I realised that, well, first of all, obviously you can't start out on foot in a race. And second of all, what I didn't really think of is when there's a 2-point race and someone kills someone else, then you go right back to the beginning. So that was that idea out the window. So instead I decided to do something really difficult. And once you get to know this map, you could probably finish it in about 15 minutes, but most people on their first try take 20 minutes or more. So in keeping with the whole steal a vehicle idea, I thought the best way to do this would be to start out on a bike, because it's kind of slow, and if you want to finish this race in any reasonable amount of time, then you're going to have to steal a car. I've made it so that you can also start out with off-road vehicles if you like, but I think that takes some of the fun out of it, because if you start out with a Sanchez, you haven't really got that much of an incentive to steal a different vehicle, and it kind of just works for the whole race. You can also use utility vehicles, but I wouldn't recommend that. I did try it out with some friends and it took us 45 minutes to complete the race because they have a bit of trouble getting uphill, which you'll see why that's important later. The footage you're watching at the moment is me and a bunch of friends playing it. There were quite a lot of us that all sort of got together and decided to play a bunch of each other's maps and things like that. There are a few choke points and it got a bit hectic at times, but I'm still sort of playing with this idea. And I'm open to suggestions. If anyone's watching this and thinks that there's some stuff that I could change that would make it better, then yeah, let me know. But yeah, the overall idea of the map was to really put people through their paces and have a really varied map that required a lot of different skills when you're driving. So you start out at the airport with your bike, and then you go through the city, through the sewers, which is all twisting and turning. And then there's a bit of motorway driving here. Well, I say a bit of motorway driving. There's a couple of miles of motorway driving here. The cops are turned on, so you can kill people, but then you risk having the cops diving in front of you all the time. So it's a bit of a trade-off. So once you're finished going north on the motorway, there's a turning here, and you go up this mountain. And if you've played some custom maps before, you can probably tell where this is heading. This is kind of the grand finale of the whole race. And as I said earlier, this is why the utility vehicles just didn't work. I knew that this bit was coming, so I picked a tractor when we did it with utility vehicles, because I figured it's slow, but it'll probably get up the mountain the best. But even it was just better on foot. I literally just got out the tractor and ended up going on foot. And because it created such a choke point, pretty much everyone ended up in the same place and just getting their sniper rifles out and shooting each other, and it was just kind of a bit of a battle to each checkpoint. So yeah, I'd say stick with the bicycles. Once you get to the top of the mountain, you have to go all the way back down again, but you have to go through this valley and there's no checkpoints in between, so if you fall off and die, then you have to go all the way back up to the top of the mountain when you respawn. I fell over here, but I was lucky that I didn't die, so I ended up just getting straight back on my bike and going down again. Finally, when you get to the bottom of the mountain, there's a little stretch of road and a stunt jump, and then the finish line. And I decided to do a bit of a Dick Dastardly here, so I decided to put some C4 down and wait for the person who was behind me. It actually took them ages, so I was just wasting my own time, but it was still fun. Actually, thinking about it, I probably could have called this the Wacky Races. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the look of the race, then I've left a link in the description so that you can play it. If you got any suggestions that could improve the race after you've played it, then let me know, because it's still a work in progress. I haven't actually found any other races like this, so that's why I made this one. But if there is another one out there, let me know, because I'd love to try it out. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to subscribe, because I've been making some more races and death matches, so you can check those out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, cheers!